join! Wonderful stories and adventures await!
Once upon a time, in the heart of a quiet forest, two children wandered curiously along a winding path. Their names were Marcus and Margot. And on this day, an adventure awaited them. And as the moon rose high above the whispering of woods, the ancient magic began to stir within the page. How about you kids? Tell me, what is your favorite animals do you like?
I like lions. They're brave and strong.
I love tigers! They're beautiful and smart!
Okay, children, let the magic book set the page for you. Okay, children, I have a story to tell about the lion and the
Tiger!
As the enchanted book opened, a new journey began into the world of charming animals and lessons of the heart. Deep in the enchanted forest, there lived two young friends. A brave little tiger cub with red bandana named Tigo, and a gentle lion cub who carried a small bell named Leo. One sunny morning, they stood beside a wide, rushing river, gazing across at the greenest trees they had ever seen. Across the water, fruits sparkled in the sunlight. Apples, berries, and golden pears swaying in the wind. Tigo, full of courage, wanted to try. He jumped into the water, but the river pushed him back to shore. Leo smiled kindly, yet he too wished they could find a way. The forest wind whispered through the leaves, as if the trees themselves were waiting for something magical to happen. Leo rushed to help, his bell ringing softly as he pulled his friend to safety. No animal had ever reached the other side, for the river was deep and the current fierce. Yet the two cubs dreamed of crossing together. And then, from above, came the sound of laughter. It was Miko, the playful monkey, swinging joyfully from branch to branch. In his excitement, a heavy log fell from the tree, landing right in the middle of the river with a great splash. The cubs watched in surprise. For a moment, the log floated, almost like a bridge. They tried to step upon it, hearts filled with hope. But the rushing current pulled it away. The dream seemed lost again. So they sat by the riverbank in silence, watching the sun sink slowly behind the trees. The light danced on the water, and in that golden glow, the two friends realized something important. The next morning, they began to work together. They gathered fallen branches and vines, tying and weaving them with care and laughter. Their little paws moved with purpose, each step guided by friendship and courage. Day after day, they built. The bridge rose slowly from the river. shaped by kind hearts and steady paws. And as it grew, so did their friendship. Soon, the other forest animals came to watch, and then to help. Elephants carried logs, monkeys tied vines high above. Birds flew twigs and leaves through the air. The whole forest came alive with teamwork. Finally, when the sun touched the edge of the forest, the bridge stood tall and strong. Leo took the first step, his bell chiming softly with every move. Tigo followed, smiling with pride. Together, they crossed the river, one careful step at a time. When they reached the other side, the forest erupted with joy. The animals cheered, clapped their paws, and danced beneath the fruit trees. That day, they all shared the forest's treasures. The fruits of courage, friendship, and unity. No one was left behind. And that, my dear ones, was the story of Leo and Tigo.
Leo and Tigo were amazing.
They stopped arguing and helped each other instead.
That is what true courage looks like. Gentle and shared.
So the lesson is we should always help our friends.
Yes, help when you can, listen when you should, and never be afraid to try again, together.
Leo was brave because he cared, not because he was strong.
Real bravery comes from the heart, from caring more about others than about being first. Remember, my dear children, every story begins with courage, but ends with kindness. Thanks for watching. What lesson did you learn from today's story? Please comment below